Hi, and welcome to my channel, Asperger's Unique Alan Channel. Now, I'm going for a bit more of an outing that I've been making videos on and off today as I go for an outing. And I'm making videos about my disability. See, well, I have Asperger's syndrome, a high functioning disorder that I have issues with, and sensory issues. I have sensory issues to smells and like deodorants. Like they can give me headaches. I taste them on my tongue. They sting. Like, well, when I wash my hair with shampoo and close my eyes, it makes my head hurt. Like, it's really instant headache. It's really painful. That's one of my sensory issues that I have. It's like I have sensory issues to some pieces of clothing. Like today, I put a long sleeve top on, and all of a sudden, my arms did not like that top. So that top, I basically had to take it off and swap for the top that I've got on that's short sleeves, so it didn't annoy my arms. Yeah, it just gave me that really like tingly feeling that was sort of really a sensory issue for me. So basically what I did was quickly took it off. I got over it as quick as I could by changing my top so it didn't overload me, or as they say, overwhelm me. See, overload and overwhelm, it can be things like clothing can overwhelm me and overload me. Getting excited could overload me. Too much of a good time can overload me. I could get frustrated trying to write letters because I can't spell too good or crash out, but I'm good at maths. I can read, but when it comes to the spelling, that's not very good. So I get really frustrated, and I'm really limited to the words that I can use that I can spell words with. Because remember, I was bullied at school, and kids the bullying stopped me learning, and I had to wag school and find other ways of learning. So I did that by wagging in the library. Even though I had a hard problem reading and writing, couldn't do it really well, I actually sat in the library and I got books and I looked at the pictures and I read what I could. And that's how I learned. And I chose the topics I wanted. That was like books on gardening, engines, science, history, whatever. And I even looked at books that were on the table that someone else had been reading just to see if I liked it. That was my inquisitive, and I was intrigued with that idea, so that's what I did. I took advantage of those books on the table because they were available to me. What are they interested in? So basically, people with Asperger's syndrome and ASD, we sort of like learn from other people and mimic them. So I go and borrow their books. You know what I mean? You mimic them. It could be their interest or their hobby. See, like, I learn things from other people. Like, my bottle collecting was from a friend that got me in that special interest. You know what I mean? So that's how things like that come. So my daily life can vary in what I do. See, I could swap and start at different interests. One day I'll be doing one, and the next one I might do it for months. Or I might be playing records for a couple of days, then all of a sudden I don't do it for a couple of weeks. Then I go on with it. But although doing that record collecting stuff helps me learn, because I've got to do that office work and the researching to find all the information about them so I can learn about it. And see, then I like to learn all about the music types and that sort of thing. And I'm learning how to play music. I'm self-teaching myself. And honestly, I've never played a piano. I'm just doing it for fun. I'm trialling and error, and I watch other people play the piano on the computer, or I should say on YouTube videos, and to me it looks like their fingers are dancing and having a great old time. So basically that's what I do, is I make my fingers dance on that piano like they're having a great old time. So I'm having a disco or a 60s rock and roll dance on my synthesizer, and that's how I create music. And I also learn from playing the records how to pick up on different sounds and tones to hopefully be able to recreate the sounds. So I would like to make music and probably write it, because it's something interesting that intrigues me. That's my special interest that I have, is my music and my synthesizers and my art world is what I enjoy doing, is living in the artist world. And I like to enter competitions when I can. I like to be creative, and I definitely like to recycle, and that is one of my special keen interests as well. I like to be green, and I like to recycle, and I like to reuse whatever I can for my art. Doesn't matter what it is. If I can use it, I'll use it. It's just one problem. You really need room to put a lot of stuff if you want to keep making art with it. You need a factory, because how are you going to store it? You know what I mean? You get complaints from the neighbours complaining about you being noisy. You know what I mean? I stuttered and stumbled it up. So I'm trying to say that the neighbours will complain about me being noisy, about me making my art in the shed, welding, hammering, banging, bending, grinding. I can't do that 7 days a week, but although I can do a little bit here and there, but although I'm a wood turner as well. And I started that when I was a 13-year-old kid, and I enjoy doing that. And it's quite fun. So that's another one of my special interests. And I do have books and magazines, and I nearly stumbled that one up as well. On my special interest, I have books and magazines about wood turning and woodwork, and other interesting things like science and other art books. So that's my special interest. And I also like going out and taking my son out with me and having an outing with my son, that's my oldest son, that has a disability that's global development delay. He's my buddy, and I enjoy going out with him. Now, I've got to be on my way, and I'm going to turn around and show you where I am before I head out of here. And I'm going to go the next step, which is go forward, and I'm going to turn the camera off. So this is where I sort of am, on the side of Alexander Road. Right, I'm looking back to the way I come from, going back towards Reed Highway, going under the bridge, that way. Now, here's another bus stop before we go, and look, we even get a chance to see a bus. There you go, we've got a bus on this video. How's that? See, that was my special interest. I caught a bus in a four-wheel drive. Now, look, a couple of flags. Yeah, that flap in the wind. They're not noisy today, because sometimes they're noisy. See, I notice. See, that's another thing. Having a disability, I pick up on things that probably a lot of others don't, because my brain functions different from a neurotypical, and a neurotypical is a person that doesn't have a brain that's got a disability. So I'm going to sign off and basically turn off this video, but first off I've got to turn around the camera and say goodbye, and thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. That's Asperger's Unique Alan channel. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Over and out, and bye.